May bago? Uy, akin yan!
Wow! Tamis alat!
Lutong lambot! Mas nagpapasarap!
Last pita!
Wow! Sa tamis alat sarap! Mas pinasarap pa, Fita.
Mahalag ka, basta't kasama kita. Saan man mapunta, may bounty friend. My bounty friend.
Reunion Graham Bar?
Easy and with
May bago?
Yes, meron pa po. One last game to be played sa ating knockout semi-final game. Itong Chang Spa at 3MD Logistics. The right to earn a spot in that championship game next Sunday. Benji Santiago, kasama ko pa rin si Dino Lee. We go into this ball game, Dino. Your assessment of how this will turn out.
Well, to give us a preview, in their first meeting back in the elimination round, 3MD Logistics without an Alan Tan who was nursing an injury won by 7 points, and they did that through their defense. 15 steals, 17 points from turnovers, and 19 fast break points. And the players that you have to take note of is obviously our last year's MVP Alan Tan, 19.4 points per game. And you have Dale Nang, who's probably their anchor on the defensive end with 2.7 steals. And then Jomar Albino, their main point guard, averaging 4.8 assists per game. That's good for number 6 across all the players here in the NAMCo Mitsubishi Ilocos Cup. And then for Chang Spa, well, they really need to knock down their three-point shots because yung the players that they have, wala sila yung parang Alex Lau, Sidney Abrigo. They have a lot of perimeter guys like Patrick Ang, Brian Calantok, and Jeffrey Chung. So for them to win this game, they need to knock down their threes and they need to take care of the basketball. They had 17 turnovers in that game and they're facing a team that averages 13.2 steals per game. So they have to take care of the basketball.
Let's turn you over sa ating venue announcer for the starters.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The semifinal battle continues here at the SGS Stadium in Quezon City. This is the Bounty Fresh Greece Alumni Basketball League 2025. This is the second semifinal game in the NAMCo Mitsubishi Ilocos Cup 35 above division between 3MD Logistics and Chang Spa. Now it's time to meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, for 3MD Logistics. At point guard number 6, Jomar Albino. At shooting guard number 31, Elijah Lim. At small forward number 8, Kelvin Ang. At power forward number 15, Dale Nang. And at center number 4, Alan Tan. Coaching 3MD Logistics is Marvs Geronimo. Now let's meet the starters for Chang Spa. At point guard number 14, Ellie C. At shooting guard number 0, Jeffrey Chung. At small forward number 7, Brian Galantok. At power forward number 11, Patrick Ang. And at center number 20, Emerson Tan. Coaching Chang Spa is Johannes Ko. Our referees for today's game are Arnie Alura, Judilyn Cervantes, and Charlie Sabinay.
All right, let's get this thing going. Magkaalaman na. La Cherie already has done their game, getting a win and extending their activity for this season's Bounty Fresh GABL 2025. Who's going to be at the other side of the court come Sunday? Next Sunday, huh? Yun pa ang we're trying to figure out as we take a look at this. Kelvin Ang getting the first basket here. Brian Galantok, Chang Spa. It's the turn right now. It's going to be called travel. Two-zero start for 3MD Logistics. Jomar Albino right now with a basketball.
It's important for Chang Spa to set the tone offensively to start this ball game because they're facing a team that forces a lot of turnovers. On average, itong kalaban ng 3MD Logistics, 18.2 turnovers per game.
A travel, he made the first basket and he made the first turnover naman. Kelvin Ang para rito sa 3MD Logistics. Brian Galantok bringing down the basketball para sa Chang Spa. Patrick Ang can't do it from the baseline, managing to get it back. Offensive rebound. Here's the three-pointer. Another possession para sa Chang Spa. Patrick Ang, nothing yet. Still given a chance to score their first basket. Play broken up. And here comes 3MD Logistics. Alan Tan kicks it out. Dale Nang hesitated with a three. Oh, just flips it up like that. And Elijah Lim gets his first bucket. 4-0 start. Kanya-kanya turuan. Pagpito ng referee.
And itong length ng 3MD Logistics, a lot of active hands with every player dito sa 3MD Logistics, causing problems for Chang Spa.
Alan Tan has it. The pass inside. And ball tapped out. Shot clock at 10 seconds here for 3MD. Defensive rebound. Alan Tan getting his first 2 in the ball game, and then a steal right here. Elijah Lim with that layup. 8-0 start para sa 3MD Logistics. Having their way, getting it done defensively. And BYD fast break of the game is what we have seen in that last play for 3MD. True sarap, timeout tayo.
Mahalaga, basta't kasama kita. Saan man mapunta, may bounty friend. My bounty friend.
Yep. Just in case you're trying to figure out, di ba, napanood na natin to?
Oo, first 2
8-0
games natin, with the exception of our last game nung Vicon Builders. Ang nananalo yung 0 dun sa 8-0. So, will the trend continue in this last game?
And still trying to figure out how to get the basket para rito sa side ng Chang Spa and Alan Tan. Getting another basket. 3MD Logistics now up 10-0.
And itong Chang Spa having difficulty in setting the tone offensively. And they're still scoreless with 3 minutes have gone by in this first period.
Here's the NAMCo drive of the game. An air ball for Jomar Alpino.
3 turnovers for Chang Spa. Tapos may 2 steals na rin itong 3MD Logistics. You don't want to turn the ball over in this against this 3MD team. They will capitalize on it.
Patrick Ang. Play broken up by Dale Nang. Possession remains with Chang Spa. Sino ang unang pupuntos for Chang Spa? Johannes goal, lets it fly, comes up short.
A rough start for Chang Spa.
Referee's whistle halts play here. Alan Tan picking up the first personal. And Wesley Lau given the opportunity to get the first production in this game, which he did after making the first free throw. Julia Tan Grace Alumni Golf Classic on May 15. Ilang tulog na lang your chance to win a new BYD Seagull. Kung makaka-hole in one kayo, just ask Coach Edster C. Details. Chang Spa. Brian Kalantok fakes. Johannes go. Patrick Ang drives the baseline. Gets blocked from behind. They tail down. Shot clock continues to go down. 3 seconds. Yun! Nagawa ng paraan.
First field goal for Chang Spa.
Angelo Lim. Halfway here in the first quarter. 10-4. 3MD Logistics. Alan Tan against Johannes goal.
Well defended. Ganda ng depensa doon ng Chang Spa.
Yun lang, nakagawa ng paraan to get the ball back on their side. Pero unable to score. Dale Nang almost breaking up the play. Patrick Ang fakes. Foul counted. First 2 points for Patrick Ang. Max power move of the game. Pinasabit si Dale Nang. And here comes that bonus free throw.
Galing ano, after lamang ng 8-0, biglang scoring rin yung 0.
Oh, kasi may binabanggit ka pang trend.
We will see if 3MD will break that trend.
Two tries, unable to connect. Para sa 3MD Logistics, Chang Spa getting back right away to this ball game. Brian Kalantok, the mid-range, banks it in.
That's his favorite shot. Using the board or using the glass with his jumpers.
At ito na yung Chang Spa, just down by 1. Opportunity here para sa panig ng Chang Spa. Lalamang ba Brian Kalantok? Wow, quick hands.
Another steal.
Kelwin Ang. Alan Tan launches the 3, comes up air ball. Brian Kalantok, where's the rest of his teammates? And just like that, Chang Spa is now up 1, 11-10.
They were down 10-0 and they're now on an 11-0 run.
We are approaching the 3-minute mark, about the first quarter, and Dale Nang comes up short from the corner. Here's Chang Spa. They lead by 1. Patrick Ang, the 3, too strong. Ball goes out. And we go into another Chusarap timeout.
May bago? Uy, akin yan!
Wow! Tamis alat! Lutong lambot! Mas nagpapasarap!
Last fita!
Wow! Sa tamis alat sarap! Mas pinasarap pa, Fita.
Sa simula, ginulantang nila ito Chang Spa. Pero nakabalik ang Chang Spa at ngayon ay lamang pa. 11-10 here in the first period.
Despite the 6 turnovers for Chang Spa, they've managed to get a 1-point lead in this first period.
Alan Tan gets back the lead. Para sa panig ng 3MD Logistics, 12-11. 2.5 to play here in the first. Patrick Ang almost lost it. It's a good-looking 3-pointer right there. And Wesley Lau has got 5 here in the first period. And they're back with the lead again, 14-12. Wesley Lau trying to defend. Laban kay Alan Tan. Instead, a shooting foul. Four points so far for Alan Tan. He averages almost 20 points per ball game and almost 13 rebounds per game.
And yun nga, no, first meeting nila, wala dun si Alan Tan. But they were still able to pull off a win. But now he's here playing for 3MD.
You have to be ready for any circumstances. Pero kung minsan yung isang team nalilito, when your key player and the key player of the opponent does not show up, does not play, parang sila pa yung...
You're gonna expect na I expected Chang Spa to win that game, especially if you told me na wala dun si Alan Tan. But defensively, they're a very solid team. Itong 3MD Logistics.
Patrick Ang. And that ball decides to drop. So Patrick Ang has got 5 points, along with his 3 rebounds. A minute and 20.
Hindi ko natanong si Patrick Ang, pero I'm sure gusto niyang bumawi dito sa laro na to. Kasi after that game, he sent a message sa akin. Sabi niya, he felt he was the reason why they lost that game. So I'm sure deep down inside, he wants this win badly.
Si Alan Tan naman, very, very active in his scoring, giving back the lead once again sa panig ng 3MD Logistics. Brian Calantoc, the mid-range, nope, offensive rebound, and getting it done. Angelo Lim, 6 points. And up 1, Chang Spa. Bart Geronimo with the basketball. Alan Tan fakes. Patrick Ang. Can't do it like that. Wow, what a beautiful move. Oh, Brian Calantoc.
Wow!
Beating the buzzer. And that was indeed a big basket. Yes, kita naman natin dun, no? May oras pa, point something. As he makes it, Chang Spa with a 2-point advantage labang sa 3MD Logistics. At the early start ng ating ball game, they were trying to really pull away, denying any production from Chang Spa. And then Chang Spa making the adjustment. Of course, Patrick Ang really knows how to finish just like that. Brian Calantoc also dishing out some nice passes to his teammates here. And it ends with Chang Spa up to 21-19 to end the first quarter.
May bago? Uy, akin yan!
Wow, tamis alat!
Lutong lambot, mas nagpapasarap!
Last Fita!
Wow, sa tamis alat sarap. Mas pinasarap pa, Fita.
All right, continuing with the action here. It's turning out to be a work day for all of us on Mother's Day. No complaints here. As long as we can deliver to you and bring you a very entertaining semi-final game, knockout pa. Angelo Lim at the line, taking care of the first free throw. They continue to have the lead here so far in the first half. 2 for 2. Jomar Albino orchestrates. That's off. Brian Calantoc throws a long pass. Oh, almost. Tail down. Jomer Albino floats it up and it goes in. His first basket. No, actually, that's already his fourth. John Aganda picking up 2 quick fouls here in the second period.
I think Chang Spa can exploit that mismatch because I do believe kayang-kaya ni Angelo Lim yung defense ni John Aganda.
Brian Calantoc. Shot clock is down to 6. No problem. Yun nga. Angelo Lim, another basket for him.
On the defense of John Aganda, he's attacking him, knowing that he can take him off the dribble.
Jomer Albino, back-to-back baskets para sa 3MD Logistics. 25-23, Chang Spa, Brian Calantoc, Angelo Lim. A nice attack to the basket right there by Charles Tan. So ang Lasherie with their victory earlier. Waiting na lang sila kung sino makakalaban nila next Sunday.
Oh!
Oops, muntik pa maiwanan yung bola. And Chang Spa making the necessary stop. Brian Calantoc. So Derek Yu gets himself on the board.
Much better rhythm for Chang Spa compared to their first meeting against 3MD Logistics.
Dale Nang from the outside hitting a 3. Look at Chang Spa, no? A lot of factors to consider. Getting back at 3MD Logistics, their loss without Alan Tanpa sa 3MD. That was something, medyo mahaba-haba. Parang pinag-iisipan nila yun eh.
Pero iba,
Haba ng panahon eh.
pero iba yung bawi mo na nandito na si Alan Tan at tinalo mo.
Kaya that's the object here para sa panig ng Chang Spa.
Kasi yung first meeting may asterisk eh pag nanalo yung Chang Spa doon. But you have to give credit to the defense of 3MD Logistics. Wala sa rhythm yung Chang Spa nun throughout the whole game.
Jomer Albino throws a long pass. And a nice finish by Elijah Lim. 6 points for him. Back on top here in the second quarter. At BYD fast break of the game once again with Elijah Lim from Jomer Albino. We go into this choose it up timeout.
Reunion Graham Bar?
Easy and with
And once again, a happy Mother's Day. Siyempre nga naman, ano, dito sa SGS Stadium. And for all of you who are watching the live stream coverage sa official Facebook page ng GABL. How are you all doing with the celebration of this very, very special day? Patrick Ang 8 seconds. Crowded situation. I guess he forced the issue. And Kelvin up. Still trying to get up. He seems to be okay. Talk about sacrificing your body. Boom!
Well, pag tinamaan ka nun,
Ay, kung ako yun, buti lang si Kelvin ako.
masahe yun. Masahe yun.
Alantan is back, and that's his second three-pointer here in the first half. Up 4 right now on 3MD Logistics. Ito yung mga sinasabi. Game of spurts. The lead changes happening several times. And how important is that basketball?
Looks like it's his right shoulder for Marvin Geronimo.
Really grimacing in pain. Dito na naman sa ating extreme left nangyari. Kaya hindi natin masyado makita, ano? And it's a good thing we have this slow-mo. So he dove for the ball and protected it with his body.
And
then see Derek Yu was on top of him.
I'm not so sure if it's the right shoulder of or his right arm.
This is very unfortunate.
Parang right elbow yung hinahawakan niya eh. Hindi, right arm eh.
He has to be helped out in order for him to just get up.
Mukhang hindi right shoulder eh. Kasi hawak niya yung...
nga eh.
Initially, I thought it was the right shoulder, but based on the replay, it didn't look like it was his right shoulder.
They have to attend to Marv Geronimo, yung ating medical team, just right there. And we know how important this ball game is. At pinanggit na rin natin at the top of our coverage na talagang all out dapat ang mga players dito.
But yes, you want that, but at the same time, this is not something na gusto rin natin mangyari.
I
na
know.
Players getting hurt.
So we continue, and we're just hoping that Marv Geronimo will turn out fine. Traveling call against Patrick Ang. And ball goes back para rito sa panig ng 3MD Logistics.
He has to keep his cool if you're Patrick Ang. You can't lose yourself through emotions.
Four and a half to play dito sa ating first half. Jeffrey Chung with a miss. Okay. Sorry. Tao lang.
One of the
violent reaction. No?
probably the most difficult job in sports is being a referee or an umpire. Because syempre may angle yung isang player, may
Yes.
angle yung referee na hindi sila nag-a-align, kaya usually ended up na may mga complaints tayo.
Buti nga tayo, may benefit pa tayo ng slow-mo eh. Sila,
Sila.
di ba? Real time yun eh.
Saka
33. Oo.
Tsaka iba-iba rin yung interpretation nila sa rules, like sa fouls.
Pwede,
Itong
pwede
player na to,
ganun yun.
para sa kanya, foul yun. Pero sa referee, hindi yun yung foul.
Elijah Lim missing from the outside. 33-29. I'm sorry, that was John Aganda. And now Patrick Ang has got 5 points and 6 rebounds. Sizing up the situation, trying to dish. They almost lost it. Like they did lose it already. Maslilao wasn't ready for the pass. Apat ang abante ng 3MD Logistics. 3.5 to play here in the second period. Here's Elijah Lim. Floater. Si Benjo King. Brian Calantoc. May tumulak sa ilalim from 3MD Logistics. Si Elijah Lim will be called for the personal. 33-29, we get a 4-point game and 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Choose up timeout again.
I don't go for bare minimum, be it for myself, my career, or my car.
Coming from the States, we have very high standards, and NAMCo has not only met my expectations, but their staff has been more than accommodating.
Kaya naman sa NAMCo talaga, napanatag ang loob ko.
Sure win ako with NAMCo.
Detoy ni Ed Dakiwag, proudly Ilocano. Detoy ti NAMCo. Detoy ti mapagtalkan. Also, proudly Ilocano.
Back here in this ball game, 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Patrick Ang, as always, he got to keep his focus hindi dun sa mga referees, yung mga non-calls. Dapat dito sa game. Alan Tan launches the three that bounced out. Here comes Patrick Ang. 2-point game. Brian Calantoc. And there you go. We get a tied ball game. Wesley Lau making it happen.
Ang maganda dito sa opensa ng Chang Spa, umiikot na yung bola compared to their first meeting.
Oh, teka muna. Si Benjo King in the previous game. Maganda rin ginawa nito eh, di ba? Was able to help out si Alan Tan. And Patrick Ang, as usual, they're relying on him to produce some more points here. We got a close one, 36-35 para sa 3MD, throwing the ball away.
Patrick Ang with 9 points.
Ang ating Mitsubishi Motors Ilocos NAMCo drive of the game.
Number 1 scorer dito sa NAMCo Mitsubishi Ilocos Cup. Almost 25 points per game.
Still trailing by 1 point lamang. Can they get the lead back on their side? Brian Calantoc drives the baseline. Ayaw umakyat ng bola as he went reverse. But they managed to get the ball back. Angelo Lim, cross court, Brian Calantoc. He wanted a banking shot. Dale Nang comes down with the rebound. "75 seconds to play here in the first half." He gave it a try. Mark Jason Tan has managed to come up already with 4 points and 2 rebounds at the line. Dun sa pwesto ng medical team, they're still attending to Marv's Geronimo.
I think ang sabi sa atin parang dislocated shoulder, no? Right, dislocated right shoulder. So hopefully everything goes well.
Hopefully, na hindi naman ganun exactly. Ang hirap eh. Dislocated, mahirap. Anyway, we're just hoping that they may be able to apply what's needed para kay Marv Geronimo. Time down to just 1 minute and 3. 3MD Logistics just protecting a 3-point lead. Jomar Albino. Dale Nang back to Jomar. He's already got 4 points here in this ball game. Benju King missing the 3. Dale Nang. Jomar. Dale Nang fires long distance.
That's their 5th 3 for 3MD Logistics.
And that's 6 points for Dale Nang.
But itong Chang Spa, dadalawa pa lang ang nasushoot sa 3.
Patrick Ang. Wesley Lau. Angelo Lim flips it up. Nope. There's still time here. Jomar Albino looks at the clock. 5 seconds remaining. Alan Tan. Benjo King knocks down the three. Sakto lang. It was bound to happen sooner or later. Picking up from where he leaves off in their previous game. As they are up by 9 points. Jomar Albino had a couple of baskets here in the first half. Alan Tan, as always, they rely on him to produce the necessary points. And Wesley Lau also doing his thing along with Patrick Ang para sa side naman ng Chang Spa. But this is Benjo King announcing his presence. You have to guard him to prevent him from making those big baskets. 44-35, 3MD Logistics with the lead. 9 points advantage para sa 3MD Logistics, 44-35 laban sa Chang Spa. And it's all because of these numbers, Dino.
3MD Logistics out shooting from the three-point line itong Chang Spa. Chang Spa is averaging 10.3 threes per game. That's good for number 2 in this division. Pero itong 3MD only averaging 7, but they already have 6 in the first half. And to me, that has been the difference. And yung 11 turnovers ng Chang Spa, and that's a lot if you're because you're missing a lot of opportunities by turning the ball over, and they're going up against a team that forces a lot of turnovers. 18.2 turnovers per game ang mga nagiging kalaban, on average ang nagiging kalaban ng 3MD Logistics.
Alan Tan leading 3MD Logistics with his 14, followed by Mark Jason Tan and Dale Nang, along with Benjo King, who hit a three-pointer to end the first half. Elijah Lim, 6-6-6-6 lahat yan. Siksikan sila dyan. Angelo Lim is leading the way naman para sa Chang Spa, followed by Patrick Ang with 10 and 9 respectively. Wesley Lau with 7. Brian Calantok, 5 points. And Charles Tan with 2. Of course, ang mananalo, haharapin ng Lacherie. So many have tried, but still Lacherie still comes out winning. Wala pang tumatalo. Ganun kalupit no?
And they have one more game to make it a perfect season.
Yes. The sweep. Magdala kaya tayo ng walis sa linggo.
But this second half between Chang Spa and 3MD Logistics will determine kung sino yung makakalaban nila next Sunday.
Kasi doon sa BYD Valenzuela Cup, yung Rocks Motors walis din ang hinahanap nun, di ba?
Sa 50 above, walang walis dun.
Wala. Vacuum ata ang kailangan sa 50 above. Ayaw pa rin, second try for Chang Spa. This is now a double-figure lead by 3MD Logistics, largest as of the moment. Jomar Albino sizing up the situation. Alan Tan, his pass deflected. Shot clock at 9 for 3MD. Brad Chong enters the scoring picture here para sa 3MD. The lead is up 14. Patrick Ang in the paint in heavy traffic and still managing to score. He's in double figures right now. 11 points for him along with his 7 rebounds. Jomar Albino, 10-second shot clock to work on for 3MD. There go Alan Tan. Jeffrey Chung on him. Alan Tan with a turn and a basket again. 18 points for Alan Tan. Johannes goal, that's it, fly, nope. Elijah Lim, Johannes go on him, and hindi sila nagkaintindihan. Alan Tan, nauna na
Good intentions, but I think masyadong madali dun si Elijah Lim. He could have opted to pull back.
Bawi na lang daw. Alan Tan, they got the numbers here. Elijah Lim making up for the boo-boo earlier, getting another basket, stretches their lead to 16, largest here in the ball game. Ryan Calantok. They needed 3, could not knock it down for Jeffrey Chung. Pass break into making, Jomar Albino. Nope, what's the rest of his teammates? And setting up Dale Nang. Elijah Lim floats it up hard off the window. 53-37 para sa panig ng 3MD. And Patrick Ang will settle for 2 free throws. Number 2, an Alan Tan. Kelvin Ang sent back into the ball game here. Benjo Quing is also back.
Parang nakaramdam ng masahe dun si Alan Tan. Galing kay Patrick ang kaninang first half, si Kelvin ang minasahe.
At least libre yung masahe.
Libre yung masahe. Pero yung hindi mo gustong masahe.
Libre kasi.
Oo, di ba? Usually back massage ka pero ito sa front massage eh.
Kelvin Ang, nalampasan si Patrick Ang. He's gonna go all the way!
Patrick Ang tried to gamble for a steal, but Kelvin Ang making him pay for that.
Brian Calantoc unable with that baseline drive. Jomar Albino back to another 16-point lead. Pwede pang palakihin para sa panig ng 3MD. As Mark Jason Tan is fouled, pero hindi makakat ng tira. Picking up his second, Patrick Ang. Oh, nako play sana. Benjo King. Alan Tan fakes. Lean-in shot. Nope. Patrick Ang. Will he go for it? Yes, he will. And knocks it down. 16 points for Patrick Ang, Dino.
Yeah, that's only their third three for Chang Spa. Parang halos parehas din sa nangyari doon sa Vicon Builders. They got abandoned by their three-point shot.
5 to shoot for 3MD. Benjo King again with another three-pointer. Patrick Ang trying to answer back. Nope.
3MD, 7 threes already. Chang Spa.
Benjo King tries another three-pointer. Pero may matatawagan ng foul. MJ Tan or Mark Jason Tan. Approaching the halfway mark ng ating third quarter. Patrick Ang. Traveling call against Patrick Ang. Wesley Lau back in the game.
You can feel the frustration coming from Patrick Ang.
Oo, eh.
Alam mo talagang gustong bumawi eh. But they're down 16 points right now.
Oh, sorry, miss for Brian Calantoc.
Baskets have been hard to come by for Chang Spa. And it's been the defensive activity of 3MD Logistics.
Tried to grab an offensive rebound. Lost it at the end line. Balik ang bola para sa panig ng Chang Spa.
7 points pa lang dito yung Chang Spa sa third quarter. Parang naglagay ng takip sa ring ng Chang Spa itong 3MD Logistics.
4-25. Ang natitira here in the third quarter.
Parang may naaamoy akong pagkain ah. Parang French fries eh. Ayun oh. Yung pala yun, nagpa-deliver. Naamoy ko eh. Alam ko yung amoy na yun kasi favorite ko yun eh. Pero hindi na ako makain kasi ano na tayo, healthy lifestyle na tayo.
Ganun,
Pero pag gutom ka, tapos naamoy mo yun, patay tayo dyan.
3-second violation.
Parang naka-chicken nuggets pa. Ang klase ah.
Very specific. Lakas talaga ng pangamoy mo eh, no?
Parang may french fries na chicken, tapos may chicken nuggets.
Ano yung drinks? Pag naamoy mo pa yung drinks, ewan ko na lang.
Gutom na ako eh.
Yung dinner engagement mo, lumampas na.
Oo,
Natatapos
6:30 yung ano namin, appointment namin. Mag-8 o'clock na. Tapos nasa third quarter pa lang tayo. ano kayang makakain ko dun pagdating ko? Kanin na lang siguro.
Kelvin Ang almost losing it. Shot clock is down to 6. Benjo King, forced shot. Wesley Lau.
Great defense on Wesley Lau. Coming from Wesley Lau. One of the better defenders here in this
And Wesley Lau was fouled.
NAMCo Mitsubishi Ilocos Cup. Kaya pa to. 14 points. You just have to find your rhythm offensively.
A foul on Elijah Lim. And Wesley Lau at the line. Eight points for Wesley Lau. Pero they're down 13. Elijah Lim can't finish. Ryan Calantok on
Oh,
attack
that's gonna be an
mode.
offensive foul.
Let's see, Kelvin Ang is once again down on the floor.
That's twice.
Dibdiban eh.
Oo, kaninang first half si Patrick Ang. Tapos, kaya pala sila Chang Spa. Nagbibigay ng masahe.
Oo nga naman.
Yung pala yun.
Yan.
But you have to, applaud itong si Kelvin Ang. Drawing 2 offensive fouls. One from
Yes.
Patrick Ang in the first half. Sacrificing his body. Yung pala yung Chang Spa signature massage.
Pero pagka libre,
Libre pa yun, ha?
Brian Calantok missing a jumper. Elijah Lim floats it up. He gets clipped in the arm by Wesley Lau. And free throws para kay Elijah Lim.
They're getting looks itong Chang Spa. Hindi lang nila ma-convert eh.
He's still below his average at 12 points per ball game. He's got 8 as of the moment. Make that 9 for Elijah Lim. Pero staying with this double-digit lead. 3MD Logistics, Patrick Ang attacks, but he decides for the kick. Charleston unable to hit that corner, open three-pointer. Alan Tan. Elijah Lim with an offensive rebound. Alan Tan lets it fly short. Brian. Charleston attacks baseline. Alan Tan, will he go all the way?
Grabe yung struggle dito ng Chang Spa. They can't buy a basket.
Ito na. Oh, bitin pa rin. Ando naman si Brian Calanto to put it back in. "97 seconds before we end the third quarter. Still, the question remains up in the air. Kung sino makakalaban ng La Cherie next Sunday. Jomar Albino. His chance to increase this lead. Up 12 for 3MD. Largest at 16. Albino has got 5 points in the ball game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Patrick Ang lost it. There was contact. Elijah Lim picks up number 3. So it's not a shooting foul.
They just have to keep on playing itong Chang Spa. They're getting good looks.
There you go. Patrick Ang sinking a 3-pointer. He's got a total of 21 points. 1 minute here in the third. Alan Tan thought about it. He draws closer and gets it to go down. 20 points for Alan Tan, 6 rebounds. Brian Calantoc being aggressive, attacking, and he's going to the line to shoot free throws.
Tinatawagan na ako ng nanay ko.
Where are you na, anak? Naamoy mo yung kinakain namin.
Sinabi ko, sabihin ko sana, tirahan nyo lang ako ng dessert. Or kahit tubig man lang, ice water pagdating ko dun.
Pero alam mo naman yung mga nanay, hindi talaga matitiis yung mga anak. Sabi nga, maraming anak natitiis yung magulang, pero yung magulang hindi matiis yung mga anak.
Wala we chose to work in sports, and most of the sports events happen on a weekend.
Yes, that's right. Basically, it's dedication. At least, alam ng nanay mo kung nasaan ka at saka ano ginagawa mo. Yun lang naman yun.
Pero pag sa accounting, Monday to Sunday yung trabaho nun Hindi ka makakano.
Patrick Ang lost it. Elijah Lim. They have the numbers. Jomar Albino, but it's Alan Tan who'll finish the play for them. 5 seconds remaining. Kaya pa ba? Wesley Lau from midcourt. It's an air ball. 3 quarters done. And still, the fourth quarter is going to happen. As for Alan Tan, just taking care of business just like that. There's still hope here para sa Chang Spa. They just have to be more aggressive, make the adjustments in the fourth. Benju King, he has been sniping those outside shots and getting them to go down para sa panig na 3MD Logistics, up 15.
May bago? Uy, akin yan!
Wow! Tamis alat! Lutong lambot! Mas nagpapasarap!
Last Fita!
Wow! Sa tamis alat sarap! Mas pinasarap pa, Fita!
Mahalan ka, basta't kasama kita. Saan man mapunta, may bounty friend. My bounty friend.
One more quarter to settle the issue. Pero happy Mother's Day. At yan ang recipient ng ating La Cherie Fan of the Game, GC. Look at that. Elijah Lim. Kaya pa ba para rito sa Chang Spa to turn things around? Wesley Lau unable, defended well. Kelvin Ang back on the floor, unable. With that left-handed layup, Patrick Ang against Elijah Lim. Wrap around, puts it up, banks it in. He's doing almost everything for Chang Spa.
What a tough shot coming from Patrick Ang.
A little bit of a show right there.
Off-balanced.
Benjo King, they go Dale Nang. Can't hit the three from the corner. Patrick Ang looking ahead. He goes for the three. He can't knock it down.
They're 4 out of 18 from the three-point line.
Kelvin Ang slows down the pace. Now he makes a move. Brian Calantoc. Ooh, wow, what defense put up by Kelvin Ang.
Grabe yung depensa nito ni Kelvin Ang. Umaagaw. Sumasalo rin ng mga masahe.
I know.
Yan din ba yung role niya sa 40 above? He guards,
Basically.
he guards the top
Yes.
scorer ng kalaban.
Patrick Ang flips it up. But there's still a lot of work to be done here para sa Chang Spa.
Hopefully, Chang Spa starts knocking down those threes kasi yan ang main weapon talaga nila eh.
Fourth to shoot. A stop by Chang Spa. Patrick Ang on the go. Gets his own miss. But defense staying on him that time around. And Kelvin just slow down the pace. Dunk. And MJ Tan is going to the line to shoot free throws. Angelo Lemon natawagan ng foul. Up 11 and 3 empty. Trying to stay with that double-figure lead that they have. MJ Tan makes the first 7 minutes and 16 remaining. Again, to complete the cast ng mga maglalaro on Championship Day next Sunday for Bounty Fresh GABL 2025. Hey, thank you. Yep.
Itong game na lang inaantay.
Yes. Angelo Lem missing. They still have it. Jeffrey Chung. The setup for this three-pointer. Falling short for Brian Calantoc, who ends up in the basketball here. Benjo King. Or rather, Chomar Albino. And Alan Tan holds on. Albino. And the loose ball foul is going to be called here against 3MD. MJ Tan ang natawagan. 6.5 to play here. 13 points ang lamang ng 3MD.
So next Sunday, we will have sa 50 above division, Vivaya Shoes going up against Fullercon. And then yung sa 34 below, Rox Motors against Goodfellow Pharma.
Ito na lang nga talaga yung hinihintay. Basta Lashery, nandun na, nakaabang na lang yun.
Nakaabang na si Lashery. Parang mas bagay si Chang Spa sa finals kasi may manicure ka na, may masahe ka pa. Diba? Yung logistics medyo, ibang negosyo yan.
Tsaka hindi lang yun, ha? Yung ating mga recognition and individual achievement awards will also happen this coming
next Sunday.
Sunday. Jomar Albino. 10 seconds on their clock. Dale Nang fires, miss. Patrick Ang looking left and right, looking behind. Nobody tailing him. They're just gonna let him have that gimme basket. Patrick Ang with 27 big points, but still falling short. And with 5 minutes remaining, Alan Tan puts it up and makes a basket. Alan Tan, 26 points. Brian Calantoc banks in a three-pointer. Talagang yun ang tira niya, no? Kailangan pabanda ba? Banda rito, banda roon.
That's their only 5th three in this game.
Time down to 4 minutes and 45. Still a double-figure lead being protected here by 3MD. True sarap timeout muna tayo.
Reunion Graham Bar?
Easy and with
There's Patrick Ang. Can they still manage to come back here? There's plenty of time. They're down 11.
2 points lang pala yung kay Calantoc. Di ba kasi 57?
Oo nga, no?
So malamang stepping.
Pero everybody needs to contribute para sa Chang Spa. Alan Tan, Dale Nang, who's open. Benju King can't knock it down. The effort was there. Si Kelwin Ang, napalo pa yung bangko natin. Yung bench.
Nasobrahan na ata sa masahe.
Pero I like the attitude of 3MD Logistics. They're not taking it easy even though they have this kind of a lead, huh?
Well, they know itong Chang Spa is an explosive team. They're not #1 offense. They average just almost 77 points per game. But baskets are hard to come by for them in the second half.
Alan Tan with another three. Patrick Ang would try to answer back. Can't get it to go down. And Kelwin Ang grabs that rebound. 3 and 25 remaining here in this ball game. Again, Alan Tan. Joma lets it fly. Gets it to go down.
That three might have done it for 3MD Logistics with their biggest lead right now.
Up 17 and Patrick Ang could not cut it down. Inside 3 minutes. And is it getting clearer for Lashery kung sino makakalaban nila on Sunday? Things are looking up and well para sa 3MD. That's a turnover. Patrick Ang. making it. And then a little bit of a time management para rito sa panig ng 3MD Logistics. Jeffrey Chong, no choice but to foul Kelwin Ang. Jomar looks at the clock as we approach the final 2 minutes of this ball game. Oh, nice find. And Jaitan to Dale Nang inside.
Chang Spa's defense caught napping in that possession.
Jeffrey Chung. Hindi pa siya naka-score dito sa game na ito.
Kung di ako nagkakamali, nung last game nga nila, itong Chang Spa, they hit 16 threes without Patrick Ang. But in this game, they only have 5.
And look at the disparity. Wesley Lau throws a long pass. Charleston banks it in. Ano yun? Busina?
Parang magsasub ata pero hindi pa dead ball.
Ayan, kung meron man.
Well, looks like 3MD Logistics are on their way to next Sunday's championship day. Alam mo ba yung first game ng Lasherie at first game ng 3MD Logistics? Sila magkalaban. So their first game was against each other dito sa season na ito.
And their
last game will be against each other.
Shomar unable to hit that three-pointer. Wala nang isang minuto. A 15-point lead. Charleston. And hitting a three. Pero parang kanta yan eh. Bakit ngayon ka lang?
Oh, 6 lang eh. Sabi ko, okay, they need to at least hit 10 threes. Similar to Vicon. But pareha silang kinapos dito.
Brad Chong right now. Chomar Albino. Dale Nang. Chomar.
But this is a done deal already. Ano nangyari?
Wait, shot clock violation yata muna eh. So they just have to inbound it first. No continuation was given. So they will inbound from the backcourt.
So after today, isang Sunday na lang tayo magkakasama, Sir Benji.
That's right. Well, it has been another fruitful and I would say successful holding of Bounty Fresh GABL.
Oh?
No, di ba sabi nga sa'yo, bakit ngayon ka lang?
Sino kumanta nun? Si Aiza Seguera ba? Ay,
Hindi ka naman si Ogie Alcacid.
si Ogie Alcacid ba? Kala ko siya yun.
Ginuwit pa ni Pops Fernandez. Those kind of things.
Tama.
Hindi ka nagbibidyo okay, ano?
Bata pa kasi. De,
Grabe ka naman. Ba't sige mga bata nagbibidyo okay?
Wala eh. Hanggang bathroom lang ako sa pagkanta.
Well, natapos na ito at ang 3MD Logistics. Dahil nga na binabanggit na aking partner na si Dino Lee. Sila nagsimula and then sila rin ang magtatapos. Of course, we're talking about that matchup in that final game with Lasherie and 3MD Logistics going up against each other para sa ating NAMCo Mitsubishi Ilocos Cup 35 and above. They've hit their shots. They came up ready, and it results into this. 3MD Logistics is going into that championship game.
And our MY Son Graham's player of the game is Alan Tan, who had 29 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. And he hit 3 threes in this game. An all-around performance by him. Only averaging 19.4 points per game. But when the lights shine the brightest, he shows up when it matters the most. Itong si Alan Tan. And they will have a rematch against La Cherie in the final game of the NAMCo Mitsubishi Ilocos Cup.
Rox Motors will kick off their championship day games against Goodfellow Pharma Fullercon Industries sa 50 above division laban sa Vivaya Shoes. And La Cherie has already found out that they're going to be going up against 3MD Logistics in the NAMCo Mitsubishi Ilocos Cup. Well, from all of us dito po sa SGS Stadium, thank you. Happy Mother's Day for Dino Lee, Benji Santiago. We'll see you at the ball games.